And detainees and the families of detainees who say that they have had bad experiences at the Richland County Jail have talked to News 19, and they're relieved now to hear that the jail is being formally investigated. News 19's Sam Perez has spoke with some of those families and joins us now live in studio. And Sam, I know you've kept up a relationship with these families, hearing about what the conditions are like behind the bars.
Yes, Andrea, and they tell me that they are feeling relief and hope. Those are the feelings that they've been sharing with me today. I spoke with Devin Givens, who tells me that he's out on bond after spending 3 months in Alivn S Detention Center.
I hope and pray that the Department of Justice Center make improvement.
Givens says while he was in the jail, he experienced a host of issues, from lack of food to showers that were backed up.
The fighting, the stabbing, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to go to the dorm because I done witnessed several fights. I done witnessed somebody making a shank.
It's the conditions that Unique Spain heard about from her 2 relatives who she says were in the jail for about 7 months.
They both have some PTSD issues from the conditions. One of my relatives actually witnessed someone being stabbed over 20 times. So their anxiety is through the roof.
Spain says her relatives are out now and tells me she's happy to hear that the DOJ is investigating for the sake of detainees still in the jail.
They're just being held waiting on court, and they're being treated less than the common dog in an animal shelter. It's ridiculous. So I'm hoping that DOJ and its presence can bring, like I said, some change and some safety measures, giving these people just basic human rights.
Lasan Butler was a 27-year-old Orangeburg man who died while in custody at the facility last year. Attorneys representing the family sent a letter to the Assistant Attorney General calling for an investigation. Now, Attorney Bakari Sellers says his firm represents a total of 24 people who say they were assaulted or battered at the jail.
We're going to get justice for these families. Just because you've been charged with a crime, or just because you've had an unfortunate set of circumstances, you should not be raped, battered, abused, left to die with dehydration.
Sellers says he's, quote, ecstatic about the investigation and says the families are hopeful it will bring justice. Reporting in studio, Sam Perez, News 19 WLTX.
All right, Sam, thank you. The Richland Jail has experienced its share of issues in the past. Here are some of the major incidents over the past few years now. In September of 2021, the jail saw a riot. That's where 12 inmates were charged with attacking 2 guards. The Department of Justice highlighted 2 deaths at the jail in their announcement today. The first, Lasan Butler, in February of 2022, who died of dehydration, and his death was ruled a homicide. The second, Antonius Randolph, in January of this year, who deputies say was attacked and killed by a group of inmates after the Justice Department said that the doors were left unlocked. The department adds that there have been 6 deaths since February of last year. In that same time frame, the agency says there have been 2 escapes, 2 alleged rapes, and 16 stabbings or assaults. In May and June, the agency says there were 9 people hurt in violent incidents inside the jail.
Well, the jail has also received violations from the Department of Health. In November of last year, we learned that the jail was cited in a DHEC report. So inspectors found violations in the jail's food services area. The report said the detention center failed to ensure that the physical facilities were maintained in good condition. The jail failed also to maintain a pest-free environment. For that, the jail was fined $6,600. And in response, the jail moved food services to a temporary kitchen while they say they made the repairs in the kitchen. We were told that the kitchen at the jail earned an A on its last DHEC report card.